There's a gym hiding in your building, your office, your apartment block, and you've walked past it every single day without realizing it. No membership fee, no equipment, no commute, just a staircase. And I know that sounds almost insultingly simple, but the science behind what happens to your body when you start climbing stairs every day is one of the most compelling cases for low-effort, high-return exercise I've come across. So today, we're going through exactly what changes in your heart, your lungs, your muscles, your brain, your metabolism, when you make this one small, completely free decision. Let's get into it. Why stairs are not what you think. Most people treat stairs as an inconvenience, but researchers have been studying stair climbing for decades, and what they keep finding is that this inconvenience is one of the most metabolically demanding and time-efficient forms of exercise the human body can do. A study published in Preventive Medicine found that stair climbing burns roughly 8 to 9 times more energy per minute than sitting, and about 50% more calories per minute than walking on flat ground. You're working against gravity, recruiting your largest muscle groups, and spiking your heart rate in ways that flat walking simply doesn't replicate. Even short, repeated bouts throughout the day produce meaningful cardiovascular and metabolic benefits. That finding has been replicated across multiple studies since. Your heart. Let's start where it matters most. Cardiovascular disease kills roughly 17.9 million people every year, according to the WHO. So when a study from The Lancet shows that climbing just 50 to 60 steps per day, about 3 to 5 flights, is associated with a 20% reduction in cardiovascular disease risk that deserves your full attention, here's what's happening. Every time you climb a flight of stairs, your heart rate elevates, your blood vessels dilate, and your cardiovascular system gets a short, sharp training stimulus. Do this repeatedly over days and weeks, and your heart becomes more efficient, pumping more blood per beat, lowering your resting heart rate, improving arterial elasticity. A study in the European Heart Journal found that regular stair climbers had measurably better cardiovascular fitness than those who didn't climb, even when controlling for other exercise. It adds up in ways that directly protect your most vital organ, your lungs and VO2 max. Here's what most people overlook. Your lungs. Stair climbing forces you to breathe harder and deeper than most daily activities, and that challenge is actually the point. Over time, this increases your VO2 max, your body's maximum capacity to use oxygen during exercise. A study in Medicine and Science in Sports and Exercise found that short stair climbing sessions improved VO2 max in sedentary participants within just 8 weeks. Why does that matter? Because VO2 max is one of the strongest single predictors of long-term health and longevity we have. A higher VO2 max correlates with lower risk of death from all causes. Not just heart disease, stairs are building your aerobic engine every time you use them. Your legs, glutes, and core. Now let's talk from the waist down, because this is where stair climbing really separates itself from regular walking. Climbing a step means working your quadriceps, hamstrings, glutes, and calves under load, your own body weight as the resistance. That makes it a genuine strength exercise, not just cardio. A study in the Journal of Strength and Conditioning Research confirmed that regular stair climbing produced significant improvements in lower body strength and endurance over 12 weeks. Your glutes in particular activate at roughly double the rate compared to flat walking. And strong glutes aren't just aesthetic. They're essential for posture, lower back health, and knee stability. Your core also quietly engages throughout to keep you balanced, which over time translates to better stability and a meaningfully lower risk of falls. Hey, real quick, if this is useful, hit the like button. It helps this reach more people trying to make simple, real changes to their health. 1 second. Okay, back to it. Your metabolism. Stair climbing is a high-intensity, intermittent effort. Short bursts of exertion, then recovery. That pattern is exceptionally effective at boosting your metabolic rate during activity and afterward through what's called excess post-exercise oxygen consumption, or EPOC. Research from Obesity Journal found that stair climbing bouts spread throughout the day produced similar metabolic adaptations to a single longer moderate workout. And a study from Ulster University estimated that climbing just 2 flights of stairs daily could translate to around 6 pounds of weight loss over a year for a sedentary person, with no other changes. Not dramatic, but real and sustainable. Your bones and brain. Bone density is one of those things nobody thinks about until a fracture makes them. Stair climbing is weight-bearing and impact-based, exactly the signal your body needs to maintain and build bone. The American Journal of Medicine found regular stair climbing significantly associated with higher bone mineral density in the hip and spine, the two most fracture-prone areas in aging adults. Osteoporosis affects an estimated 200 million people worldwide. Stairs are one of the most accessible daily interventions for it. And then there's your brain, the one that genuinely surprises people. A study in Neuroimage used brain scans to compare regular stair climbers with non-climbers and found that stair climbers had measurably more gray matter, the tissue tied to memory, processing, and cognitive function. Stair climbing also triggers the release of BDNF, a growth protein for neurons linked to better memory and lower depression risk. A study in the Journal of Physical Activity and Health found that brief stair climbing sessions improved mood and reduced fatigue more effectively than a moderate dose of caffeine. More than coffee. From a staircase, how to build the habit. The honest answer is, start small and make it automatic. Default to stairs whenever they're available at work, at the shops, at the airport, at home. You're not adding a workout to your day. You're changing a default behavior. A study from Health Psychology found that people who tracked stair use and set small, daily targets were significantly more consistent over time. Even 3 to 5 flights per day puts you in the range, where the cardiovascular benefits observed in the Lancet research kick in. And as your fitness improves, which it will, faster than you'd expect, what used to leave you breathless will barely register. That's adaptation. That's progress you can feel. There's no shortage of advice telling you that changing your health requires big, expensive, complicated interventions. But the research on stair climbing is a reminder that your body doesn't need a lot. It needs movement, consistency, and for you to stop treating the stairs like an obstacle. Your heart gets stronger. Your lungs improve. Your legs build real functional strength. Your metabolism picks up. Your bones stay denser. Your brain literally grows, all from something you already have access to. So next time the lift opens and you're only going up 2 or 3 floors, close it. Take the stairs. Your future self will appreciate that decision more than you know. If you want more evidence-based content like this, real science, no fads, subscribe and hit the notification bell. A lot more of these coming, and I think you're going to like where it goes. I'll see you in the next one.